Hello friends, welcome to another reading vlog. Today I am doing a Summerween reading vlog. This is a holiday from the show Gravity Falls. That's kind of like where the whole Summerween term came from, and I will link the exact episode and everything like right here so that you can watch it if you want to. I am going to rewatch it before I start reading because I know it's just gonna get me into like the fun spooky mood. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to do like a reading vlog that was both like summery and spooky at the same time. I also love the idea of celebrating Halloween in the summer a little bit earlier because I feel like as an adult I've really grown to love Halloween, and it's become like my second favorite holiday next to Christmas, so, or it might be equal at this point. I just love Halloween so much, and so I think that it's cool that we get to celebrate it in the summer too, because why not? It's your life and you can do whatever you want. And I just like the idea of having more time to celebrate the spooky season. So I am very excited for today. Thought I would show you guys the books I'm reading today in the spirit of Summerween. So let's get right into it. Oh, by the way, I'm really bad at like introducing myself in my vlogs, I've realized. So hi, my name is Darlene. I run this channel, and I really love reading, writing, and art. So yeah, and I love being cozy and staying in, and I also like finding like cute cafes and bookstores whenever I go out, and I just like to have a fun, cozy time in life. So if you like that kind of thing and it's your vibe, please stick around and comment below and let me know who you are. I would love to know more about you too. So anyways, so let's get into some of the books that I'm reading. The first one I have here is The Tea Dragon Society, and I've heard a lot of really good things about this book. I'm not really sure what it's about. All I know is that there's, like a friendship dynamic and dragons, obviously, and tea. Just stating the obvious. And just like kind of flipping through the art, it's absolutely gorgeous, just like really colorful and whimsical, like totally my vibe. I thought that would be a good one to read. I think I bought this book like sometime last year, but I've been like putting it off reading it. Sometimes when I know like I'm gonna really enjoy something, or when maybe like it's hyped, I put it off, so I'm trying not to do that, and I'm just going to read it today. And yeah, so that's the first one. Second one is Taproot. You might have seen this one in my last vlog if you watched it. Barnes & Noble that I went to, they were closing actually, so they, well, not like closing permanently, but they were like moving stores, and so they had like a 60% off sale. It was huge. This was one of the books that caught my eye. I'll read the back for you really quickly. Blue has been living as a ghost for a year when he meets Hamal, a beautiful and sweet gardener who has the ability to see and communicate with spirits. Together, their friendship develops into something more, but being a ghost, Blue can never truly be connected with Hamal. When Blue realizes Hamal's strange ability may be putting him in danger, Blue has to find a way to protect Hamal, even if it means leaving him. So this kind of sounds like it's going to be a little sad now that I'm reading it. I hope it doesn't break my heart too much. I'm still recovering from a little life that was just heart-wrenching, to say the least. Don't you think that this is just like a great cross between like summer and Halloween, just by looking at the cover? Like, it's outdoors, lots of green, blue skies, but then it's also like about a ghost, so I thought that this would be perfect. Alright, so the next one is like a bigger book. This is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I really loved the Netflix series. Oh my gosh, I just realized that there's a paint swatch that was this is from my color theory class I'm taking right now. There's just paint swatches everywhere. But this is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. As I was saying, I really loved the Netflix show. It's one of my favorite, I think it's probably my favorite horror TV show of all time. I rewatch it every single year, and I thought it might be good to read the book and compare it. The take for the book is a little bit different. I'm sure most of you know the story of The Haunting of Hill House, but basically, if you don't, it's just a house that's haunted, and a lot of weird things happen, and a lot of it is unexplainable, and there's kind of like no reason. I would describe the house as sort of like a really hungry monster that just devours everything and everybody that enters its doors. The book takes a little bit of a different approach because it's in the eyes or the perspective of a doctor, from what I'm understanding. He's basically going to conduct a study to kind of put a pin on what is exactly happening in the house, and that's a lot more of a different approach in the show. And I've heard mixed reviews about this, but I'm just gonna try and go in and form my own opinion because I do love character driven or character centered stories, so I might like it better than other people. And I'm gonna try not to compare it to the show too much because I realize it could be its own different take and its own different separate thing. But I just love the cover, and also there's an introduction by Guillermo del Toro, who is my favorite director, so I just had to get this copy. The back says, "No live organism can continue for long to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality." It's really spooky. I started listening to the audiobook this morning, and I am at part 3 or chapter 3 of the book already. So I'm excited to read this more today, and we'll see what I think about it. The other book that I'm planning to read is The Mushroom Fan Club. I'm currently using a hair clip as a bookmark because I was way too lazy to look for one. This is a library book and I just need to return it, so I do want to read it. They look like kind of like spoopy, like cute, spooky. So we'll see. I think that this is literally it's just learning about mushrooms. Like, this is where I stopped. And it's just sort of like a description of mushrooms, which I think is really funny and cute because they're personified with their eyes in the illustration and stuff. So those are my reading plans for today. I'm also going to maybe bake like a pumpkin-y dessert, and I'm gonna try to get the spooky vibes going in my house as much as possible for today. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the vlog, and I will be back at you with a reading update once I have one. as promised, I have a reading update for you. It is much later in the day. It's about 9:45, so it's like almost 10 p.m. But I did get some reading done, and I just wanted to let you know that I finished the Tea Dragon Society, which I absolutely loved. I think I'm going to give this one 4 stars. Only reason that it's not higher is because for me, I just wanted the story to be longer. I really love character-driven stories, and I love just soaking up details of a character's background, so I feel like I needed a little bit more from this, but maybe that's not what this is about. Maybe it's just meant to be like really fast and quick, but I did like the concept of, the world, and the dragons are so cute. And the reason why they're called tea dragons is because they grow these little branches out of their heads, which then grow leaves, and the leaves are actually tea leaves. So there's different kinds of dragons, and they actually have this like handbook that they put in the back of the book that describe each dragon and their characteristics and their traits, and I thought that that was a really good addition. And there was a lot more detail as well. So like this kind of reminds me of like Neopets. It's giving me Neopets vibes, but I love it. I think it's so cute. I would say that I would love to have a chamomile tea dragon because that's the closest to lady. It says that the chamomile tea dragon are the easiest to care for, which lady is, and they have specific dietary preferences, which is funny because lady literally doesn't eat anything. Like, she won't eat kibble. And when I used to give her kibble, I don't anymore. I give her like this like organic food, but when I used to give her kibble, I would have to sprinkle cheese on there or she would not eat it. And then it says that they sleep for around 18 hours a day, which is so funny because lady, if you know her, my dog, she loves to take naps. So yeah, I really loved this book. The art style was really whimsical, colorful, immersive, magical, everything. And I saw in the back that they actually have a second book I didn't know about. It's called The Tea Dragon Festival. So I'm definitely going to order that and read it right away because I love it and I just need more of the story. So yeah, really love that one. Then I ended up reading the library book I have to return, which is The Mushroom Fan Club. And I really liked this. There were like some spooky elements to this because like just mushrooms are like wildly mysterious and fascinating and really weird, and a lot of them can like kill you and are toxic. I really enjoyed this read. I thought that the illustrations were really good in this book as well. There was lots of texture, and I love texture in art. I think it's really cool when something looks like it was drawn on with like a marker straight to the page or watercolor. I just love texture. So really enjoyed this book. Highly recommend, especially if you love mushrooms. I think I'll give this one like 3 stars. Last but not least, I am halfway through The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. And I thought this book was gonna take me like 4 hours to read. It's actually a 6-hour audiobook. So I did read a couple of like pages, maybe like 25 pages just physically, but then I have just been doing stuff throughout the day. Like I have this color theory homework that I'm working on, so I've been listening to the audiobook. I'm about halfway through. I might have to extend the reading vlog into tomorrow, which is Monday for me. It's not really what I expected, but Saturday I was just way too busy. Today was the first day that I could start this vlog, so now I know that it's going to take me probably a whole weekend to read about 4-5 books like I was planning. So it's okay. We live and we learn. I'm really trying not to let my perfectionism get to me because I really wanted to finish this vlog today, but it's okay. We'll take a breather. I'm going to change into my pajamas, keep on doing my homework till about 10ish, and then read the rest tomorrow. I still haven't read Taproot. Tomorrow I want to finish The Haunting of Hill House and Taproot. That's the update. I'm really liking The Haunting of Hill House so far, by the way, because it's very character focused. I really love character focused stories. They just really draw me in and intrigue me and keep me really, like engaged in the story. They also have details thrown in there about the setting and how haunted the house is, and it's like really creepy. I was making tea as like a snack. I think I might have put that footage in here already, but I was listening to the audiobook while I was making tea, and I was literally constantly looking over my shoulder because I was so scared. I was at the part where Dr. Montague is describing the nature of Hill House and when they meet Mrs. Dudley, and he's describing like the history of Hill House, and then like everyone goes to sleep, and then like everyone thinks they hear something. It's like just I don't really watch horror movies. I'm kind of like a baby about it, so I kind of knew this was gonna give me the heebie-jeebies, even though a lot of people on Goodreads, like review wise, have said that this is not scary at all. I would disagree. It's definitely already given me like the creepy crawlies and the heebie-jeebies and all that. I think it's really funny that I'm feeling these emotions in June. Because usually I save all of the spooky stuff for the fall, but I really like it. It's really cool. So yeah, that is the update, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello, I just wanted to give you guys a reading update. I didn't film this or anything because it was literally like 1 a.m. when I read this book, but I finished Taproot. I'm gonna give it an overall like 3 stars. Story-wise, it's like a 2-star vibe. Because of the art, I bumped it up to a 3-star because the art is just insanely beautiful, and I love the colors, and I feel like the colors really portrayed the emotions of every like scene in the book. However, I felt that the writing was just like a little bit jumpy, and like there were not really like the transitions between each scene weren't really like flushed out all the way. I really liked it. I think I just wanted it to be longer, honestly. Like I think I wanted to know more about the main character Hamal, and I just needed a little bit more context. It was hard for me to like feel an emotional attachment on a deep level for these characters, and I think that's like how it's intended to be because it's a shorter graphic novel. But I'm just saying, like, for myself, because I really love character-driven stories as of lately, at least, I just felt like I needed more, which is okay. Like, I think that maybe this book wasn't intended to be like that deep, or wasn't intended to go in depth, but I feel like it has a lot of potential to. So if this ever came out with a sequel, I would read it in a heartbeat, or even like a prequel, so that we get to know more about the main character and stuff like that. So yeah, overall I really enjoyed it. It was like a fun, quick read, and it was definitely like perfect for Summerween. Like, it was Summerween vibes all the way. So yeah, I'm glad I read it. And also it was cool, like in the back of the book, the author has like basically like a color chart for the characters and like initial character design mock-ups, and I am like a complete sucker for that stuff. Gives me ideas for like maybe things to include in books I write in the future. I'm just like a huge fan of behind the scenes stuff, which is I think why I make videos like this. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend it if you want something that you can read in like literally 30 minutes at the very most. Like, I think it took me 15 or 20 minutes to read Taproot. I just flew right through it. Overall, I enjoyed it. I am wrapping up my homework. I'm literally about to leave to go get my nails done. While I'm at the nail salon, I am going to try and read Haunting of Hill House, or listen to the audiobook for it as much as I possibly can, because I do want to finish that book today. I am quite busy today, and I'm trying to fit everything in, but I think I'm doing good. Alright, the air conditioner just kicked on, so this might be a good time to say goodbye, because I don't know if you can hear that or it's affecting the audio quality at all, but so yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a reading update. Thanks for hanging out with me while I finish my homework up, and I will update you when I get back from my appointment. Okay, bye.